Welcome to Almost Here, Round the Corner Future Technology podcasts with Richard Jacobs. Future technologies poised to transform our lives for better or worse are the focus of this podcast. Almost here means these technologies are now here and starting to be used, or just around the corner, from Bitcoin to artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.
Hello and welcome to Future Tech Podcast. I'm your host, Juliette Lamar, and I have on the line with me today Sten Sorensen. He is the CEO at CoinEnergy. Hello.
Hi. Thank you for calling.
Of course. Thank you and welcome to the show.
Okay, it's a pleasure.
Why don't you go ahead and give our listeners a general idea of what CoinEnergy does?
Yeah, basically we are the bridge between private mining and industrial mining. So we try to provide a solution where private people, they can buy into a mining company or they can buy hashing. And we have a patent solution on our container concept. So basically we are a new high-tech company and offering private people to be able to mine cryptocurrencies.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about the solution that you're providing. How does it work?
Yeah. Today, the industry, they are hosting the miners in huge data centers, which are located in different places in the world. Our concept is very, very different. We have a patent on the modified sea containers, which can be moved around in the world. So that means our system is not dependent on legal government decision, high prices on electricity. We can move the sea containers to any place in the world where you have the best mix of a good policy and the low cost electricity.
Oh, fantastic. And give us a little insight into some of the problems that you are trying to solve with this technology.
One of the big issues with mining is the heat. So when you're mining, there's a lot of heat from these computers. So our solution is that we have a patent on the container concept, which is solving that issue. So basically, to make it very simple, we have divided the cold and the hot air into two different zones. And that secure that the miners are running at the optimized speed and without any damage to the computers, which is a classical problem today.
I see, and that's one of the biggest challenges that you're trying to face.
Yeah, but the most important part of our concept is really that if you take China, which is very strong on mining today, there is coming a lot of government issues that they are maybe banning to mine in China, meaning all these data warehouses, they are worthless. Our concept is very different because you put the mining equipment into movable sea containers. That means if the government policy is changing, you just move the sea containers with the miners to a new location which do not have a banning on mining.
I see. So it's very malleable as a resource to use for these miners.
Yeah. So the key thing is that our concept is solving the issue you have with government policies with high electricity power cost, because it's a movable concept fitting to all kind of container ships, to normal trucks. So you're simply just lifting up the container and moving it to another place which have a attractive electricity price.
And so with these shipping containers, how big are they? How much storage do they have? And how easy is it to get them started?
So basically, the capacity of 120 feet sea containers, it's depending if it's a GPU mining or ASIC. If we take the ASIC, we have basically 200 ASIC miners in each sea containers. And that is creating a return on investment from 30 to 100% for the investors. So what is different in our concept is also that you have like two options. We are offering hashing power, on contracts, which means you do not have any risk if the electricity price is going up and down. It's a fixed price over the duration of the contract. The alternative is that we are offering people to be equity owners of CoinEnergy. We are not selling token like the whole industry. When you buy a token, you do not get any equity, no ownerships. So we have gone another direction that we are selling equity like the other option. So you have two options: a fixed contract, you know your cost in the duration of the contract, or you play and go the up or the down, buying in equity in the company.
I see. So with these storage containers, tell us a little bit about how they physically work, in the water. How do they stay in place, and how many of them can we have together, etc.?
Yeah. So basically, we have signed up. Maybe I should go a little bit through the team so you understand how we are structured in the company. So the containers are basically deployed in Canada, where you have a very, very cold, dry climate, and you have clean energy from hydropower. So basically, what we have done to give the miners the best environmental protection, that is that we are deploying the sea containers with our patent cooling system in Canada, where you have a low cost on electricity. You have a very cold climate in the northern part where we are, and it's very dry. So that's the physical, of each container with the mining equipment. So they are not put in a tropical climate where you have a lot of moist in the air, which is very, very bad for the computers, and it's giving a very bad cooling. We are in a climate zone where it's dry, it's very cold, and the energy we're using is hydroelectric, which is very clean. We're not using pollution energy. We are going for clean, green air. That is really important for us when you're mining, that we're not making any pollution. If we go a little bit to the team of CoinEnergy, it's like the management is 5 C-level with more than 100 years experience, and we are very different in our experience. I have my experience from the solar energy and from production. Bob, another partner, he has his background in the power industry, 20 years working in the big power plants in Canada. We have Seth Ziegler. He have 3 patents on software in cryptocurrencies. We have Birgitte Brun, which is old C-level corporate finance. And so we have Miles Piccini, which is very strong in the legal part and in the finance part. So the setup of CoinEnergy is not a typical high-tech company with only software people. We have knowledge from five different industries, and we have all been C-level officers for the last 20 years. And when you mix these 5 very different backgrounds, you get a very strong setup.
It's such a wonderful product that you're providing for miners around the world. What are how do people pay for this modular CoinEnergy system, and what is included with their payments?
That's a very good question. We are a US based company, and we are the only and the first mining company in the US which is approved for a Reg D and a Reg S investment, meaning that when you are investing into CoinEnergy, you go to our homepage, which is coin-energy.com, and there is a direct link to buy shares, equity shares in the company, or buying hashing contracts. So the whole legal setup is very special, and the first one which have been approved in the US for a mining operation. That is everything specified very clearly on our website.
Yes, I see it here. And these are Ethereum plans, correct?
Yeah, that is the hashing plans we have. And you have another button which is called Invest. And when you go into the Invest, you will see our offering, which is approved by Fund America. So we have a Reg D and a Reg S for people outside the US. So we are approved for equity investment for both American citizens and for citizens outside the US.
I see. It's fantastic. So, Sten, give us a little background about yourself. How did you get involved with CoinEnergy, and what really drives you?
I mean, I think it's a fantastic thing happening now. It's still in the early beginnings. I mean, what I really think, this is really like the same like when the internet was developing. I think we are with cryptocurrency in the same phase like 20 years ago with the internet, that cryptocurrencies is just in the beginning. And I think this is going to be very, very huge, and it's very unique. And I like innovation. So I believe in a value chain which is more effective than you see in today's old-fashioned bank fiat system. So I really believe that in 10 years from now on, everybody will use cryptocurrencies like a payment system. And that is really my belief. And that is one of the reasons why I went into this project.
And a little bit about your background. Have you worked in this industry for a while, or has it been a new learning experience?
So basically, my background is that we have been market leader in photovoltaic, solar energy, making electricity plants, and further to that, I have like 20 years background in something called offsite construction. So it's like a production background I have, and I was going into cryptocurrency like many other people. 3 years ago, I started buying Bitcoins, and I didn't know anything about it. And so I had some friends which basically started the same way like 3 years ago. And one by one, we got to this idea, mixing our resources. And now we have a full running company with very unique management. So that is how it started. So I'm not really IT. I'm not really, these young kids. My age is around 60 years old now. So I have more like a C-level experience from production and from photovoltaic. Seth Ziegler, which is a partner in the company, he's coming from the cryptocurrency, young guy, 3 patents. I mean, he have all that knowledge there. So I'm responsible for our value chain, and each of the owners in the company, they have like a specialty where they are expert. And my background is production, securing that we had the power plants agreement where we're deploying the containers up in Canada. So we have like 4 megawatt now in contract. So I'm basically securing that the containers with the mining equipment is going to be deployed and be connected.
That's fantastic. So with all this technology, what's on the horizon for CoinEnergy? What are some of the new developments that you hopefully will be rolling out within the next couple of years?
What we are seeing is coming is that I think now we're just like in the beginning of the life cycle of cryptocurrencies. So what I think will happen is that people in the real estate investors, they will start getting focused on cryptocurrencies in like 1 year, 5 years from now on. I mean, all these people from the real estate sector, they do still not know anything about cryptocurrencies. So I think what will happen over the next 1 to 5 years is that we are seeing total new people entering into the crypto sector, which do not know. They know it's existing. They all think it's something going to turn down tomorrow because of legal issues and a lot of other issues. So I think that is going to turn in 1 to 5 years. And there we are going to see a lot more people entering into this sector. And when that is happening, CoinEnergy, we will be the market leader in this sector because we have been the early beginners in the mining for normal people.
Definitely. And is this product available right now? Can people utilize CoinEnergy's product?
Yeah, I mean, we're the only company where normal private people like you and me, they can go to our homepage. They can be equity, not token holders, but equity holders of the company. So we are starting at $25,000, and there you get real ownership in our company. I mean, no one else is offering that. So we have we are the only company where you have a Reg D and a Reg S offering, where you can buy into a mining company today. It's not existing anywhere else in the world.
Wow, that's amazing. So if someone as your client, what do they experience if they want to utilize your solutions? Will you have a team that's available if there's any issues with these units, or
Yes.
do you just get the unit yourself and have to set it up? How does that physicalness work?
It's a very good question. So basically, many people, including me 1 year ago, would not know what to do. So basically what we are doing is that we have like two systems like we spoke about. You can buy hashing power. You have nothing to do with anything. You just pay an amount and you get a return on your investment every day. We are paying out every day to the people's wallet. The other solution is that when you're buying equity, which you have been speaking a lot about, that is that we are providing a dividend every third month. And I mean, the investors, they are not involved in anything. I mean, we have the technical setup for doing 24/7 service monitoring our miners. So basically, like an equity investor, you're getting your dividends every 3 months, and we are taking care of all the technicalities to get this running.
I see. So it's a very helped and educated process.
Yeah, I mean, you can. It's the same. Let's say you're investing into a real estate. I mean, you are not going around checking how the property is looking every day. It's the same here. You are investing into CoinEnergy, and we are taking care of all the logistics, the deployment, the power contracts, the miners running, the dividend paid out. I mean, it's exactly the same. We have made it very easy for a normal, citizen to invest into a high-tech company without all the hassle about technical knowledge and all the other stuff we have every day.
Where's the best place for people who are interested in buying your product or investing? What's the best place for them to connect with you?
Yeah, it's directly on my email or on my phone. We have like a team which provide if it's technical software question, we have set. It's legal, finance. We have Bob. If it's me about deployment, overall questions. I mean, we have like different field of knowledge. So it's a little bit depending what kind of question you have. The people which are expert in the field is the person which is going to reply. And my contact information, they are like my email is like Sten, Sten, Sten and so it's coin-energy.com. And Bob's is his first name, and Seth is his first name, Miles his first name. So it's very simple. If you like to send an email, you can see it on our homepage, or just use our first name and the company.com.
Fantastic. Well, Stan, thank you so much for joining us here on Future Tech Podcast and sharing this really wonderful resource and problem-solving technology with us here at Future Tech.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time and interest in our products and our company.
Thank you. So that is Sten Sorensen. He is the CEO at CoinEnergy Incorporated. You can find them at CoinEnergy.com. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Future Tech Podcast. I'm your host, Juliette Lamar.
You have been listening to Almost Here, Around the Corner Future Technology podcast with Richard Jacobs. Subscribe to this podcast, post a review to discover more future technologies that are poised to transform our lives for better or worse, such as Bitcoin, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.